So, sorry, gang, I just got cut off on part one there, but we were coming to the actual post section of this little demo. And if you look at the load function for load post, you'll see that the type of data that we're sending is object literal, language PHP version 5. So when we load that URL, we can pass that data as well via post. But notice how we're still using load. So load's a pretty effective command for Ajax. If you were to go to the page for jQuery, you'll know something. The event handling select also had a method called load. All versions of jQuery determine which method to fire based on the sets of arguments passed to it. So this is a handy thing to know that you can use load for almost everything. But in this demo, I've got some other examples too. The callback especially is something that you can add to the load method. So this right here is your callback. So it takes the null and then the comma for function, and we can alert the actual variable for response text, which is this. So if you have experience in the JavaScript class where we went over the XML HTTP request and the 5 statuses, the 5 stages of the event-ready response, you're pretty familiar with this response text gadget, which is neat, but we can apply a callback to the load. So that's an example of that. So let's talk about loading a remote script. In this case, and this is also in our lecture today, we can call out script.php, and inside script.php here, if I were to go to that and edit it briefly, I would have this. So unset is something in PHP that would remove any underscore from being passed. So that's sort of a protection, but I'm literally just adding some content. So this is the loading of the external script there, which would say, hey, I'm from a remote script. And this is the more current modern get and post, which we'll go over in just a second. So this is the .get method, and the variable load URL we already know, and we're passing this content data type as JSON in this case, but it's still get because we've identified get here and defined it. And we are passing HTML as a parameter to get back, and the response text is whatever the response text is, which is right here. And I haven't done anything with the get method on that side, but it's a very simple thing about just appending get and post. So the post is very similar here. We have .post. So what I would focus on specifically is the callback with load and the very basic load section here, and then go to this load, master that first, and then go to the actual Ajax for the calls that we'll be making from our lecture today. So anyway, any questions on that, don't hesitate to email me. Thank you.